We're live here, Fatboy FadeAway Sports, episode 253. Yes, you're not mistaken. It is a Saturday afternoon here, not a Sunday morning. We thought it'd be fun to kind of get do a little Niners preview here with it. Brian's going to be headed back to Anaheim tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. He said he's taking off, so good God, we're not getting up that early to do a podcast. Tyler is at his home, away from home. Disneyland. Maybe it's funny. You guys are crossing paths at the same time.
Yeah, he might be going the other way, and I'll be going to Anaheim.
That's funny. You guys are leaving the same week. You changed directions 8 hours apart. But Brian, it was good to see you this week. We met up at Papa's. We did that. That was fun. Cloverdale Papa's. We saw Ryan McGurk. Good to see him as well. So, how's it been being back in Sonoma County after being over in SoCal for a year here?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been the vacation I've needed. I feel relaxed now to go back to work on Monday.
Now, will he be as relaxed if there's a loss tonight, or you're still in the playoffs? You still got that going on, but obviously you got a big game tonight, a big game with the Niners that we're going to get into. We'll kind of recap the Raiders here as well. I have a question for Casey on the Warriors, and then we'll hit a little college playoffs. A little New Year's. What do we do around New Year's? What's the resolutions here that we're going for? What are we looking for sports calendar wise in the new year? And then we'll finish it out with some winners and losers as always. Case, before we get to the big man here, Niners Seahawks for the number one seed in the NFC, and I would say probably the favorite to go to the Super Bowl. If you're in that number one spot there. What do you make of the game today? What are you looking for? What are you looking for when Niners get the home field advantage here? Big game.
Yeah, it's a huge game. Like you said, the winner gets the first round bye, which is huge because you only have to win 2 to get to the Super Bowl. Niners been looking really good, man. Really, really good. CMC's been carrying the load. See if George Kittle can get right. I don't know. We'll see. Have you guys heard about Trent Williams, or is he game time?
Where you at with that one, Brian?
It's a game time decision. It's still up in the air, according to ESPN.
That's what I figured. So that'll be interesting to say the least, because Seattle's got a really good defense, really good at getting after the quarterback. So hopefully that won't rear its ugly head. But I mean, that could be an issue. That could be the one thing. But both two great teams, phenomenal teams. I do have the Niners taking this one. I think it's going to be around, I don't know, I put it in the low 30s, somewhere around 31-28. I think it's going to be a close game. I would be shocked if it's a blowout. I think these are just two highly competitive teams, two great coaches. So I think it's going to come down to the wire. Can Brock Purdy make those throws, and does Sam Darnold do Sam Darnold things and start seeing ghost again? We'll find out.
I think it's going to be a little bit more low scoring than that. But before I kind of go do it, what do you think, Brian, Mr. Positivity? What did you see Tyler's tweet today to you? Did you see that?
Yeah, probably at points of the year you guys thought I was spoken some good stuff on the pod, like you with all my positivity and thinking the Niners were still going to be a top team, and we're one win away from being that. I don't know. I just had a feeling with this team all year that they think it's us versus the world. And I feel like Shanahan's pushing the team more than ever. And big news coming out of Santa Clara, Fred Warner's pushing to play in the divisional round playoff game.
Yeah, that's another story we can hit on a little bit more with him possibly being able to come back, give you guys a little something in the playoffs. I was thinking championship or Super Bowl, but you're saying maybe divisional round. The bye week obviously helps with that. If they're able to get that with him, they don't have to worry about playing another game without him. It's funny. So Tyler, I don't think we can brush by this a little bit. So what he said this morning was, today's the day the Niners try to accomplish something this season I thought they had no chance of achieving after Bosa went down. Shout out to Brian Johnson for always having the faith. Let's get the number one seed. So Brian. I mean, that's a nice, warm New Year's compliment coming from Tyler McGurk. But I would say the one thing about you though is you're the opposite of me. You're always positive. So last year when they were sitting 4-7, he was like Mr. Positive, and then I remember they went 4-8, and I couldn't get Brian back on talking the gridiron. The Sunday losses were adding up to it. That was always I always knew if you weren't on the show based on if the Niners lost. That was always. I was like, if the Niners lost, I'm not just seeing them on talking probably very. But if they win, I'm going to see them there Sunday. So you are the definition of ride and die with your team in that aspect of it. I think the one thing too you brought up Warner is that's looking to the divisional round. But do you think it's going to be because last time you guys were down 13-10, right? And then they threw that last touchdown to win, kind of on the final play there to beat the Seahawks in week 1. Now you're playing in week 18, and that was a low-scoring game. Do you think it's going to be high-scoring like Casey thought too, though? Do you think there's a better chance of that or a lower score?
I think the weather might be a factor tonight. I think it's going to be more low-scoring, more like ground and pound, and you're probably going to see more running the ball from Shanahan.
That Williams part's going to be huge, though. That'll definitely be a factor in how the Seahawks have a good defense, right? One of the best defenses in the NFL. I don't know. I mean, are you nervous? What's your 1 through 10 nervous? Or you seem pretty confident. He seems confident, Casey.
He's wearing that old school throwback.
I'm confident, but I'm also starting to get more nerves as we're getting closer to the game. So,
are you gonna wear your Tim Couch jersey? You gonna anti this, or do you have an old Niners jersey in the parents' house that you're gonna pull out of the closet there? Is there?
I actually bought a new 49ers shirt from Walmart in Roner Park yesterday, so I'm going to be repping that today.
A new Niners shirt at Walmart. Don't give big businesses that. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. That's an interesting Walmart over there too. They're all interesting.
They're all interesting.
That one kind of.
I don't know if you can single one out.
Yeah, you get to like Windsor, and you're like, "What the hell?" That's
a beautiful Karen over there, Brian.
It's a tradition, a beautiful Karen.
But it is a big game, and the nerves are starting to trickle up here as we're getting closer to the game. So,
do you have a traditional pregame setup? Do you do like sit-ups, push-ups, then eat a good meal before the game, or do you go in just doing whatever?
What's your superstition?
I always write a message on Facebook saying that we should punch the opposing quarterback in the mouth and win the game. So that's been working for me lately this year. So
just resulting to violence. My gosh.
I grew up, they said eat a box of Wheaties. Brian says just punch him in the face.
It ends it a little sooner. Niners fans, confident level seems there. Purdy's playing great football right now. That schedule just really came at a great time for them. The way the season worked out with their injuries, they kind of like as they were trying to find themselves and they were getting better and better. They played this like nice 3-game stretch or 4-game stretch, even with the Colts injury going down. Of like, it just felt like the way they were going, they got like the perfect opponent to keep building off of that too. And then they get to play a Seahawks team that will get them absolutely ready for the playoffs one way or the other, whether it's the 1 seed or the 5 seed. 41 player better tuning in. Hope Sam Darnold sees them ghosts. 49ers D fewest in the NFC. That along with what Tyler's always biggest concern is, right?
Getting
Getting
sacks.
Yep, that was
the NFL, yeah.
That's the big one. So yeah, anyways, that's a big part of it too, as well with that. So
do you got any big predictions, you guys? Like anything like, players going off or singular moments or
I would say go ahead, Brian, you take that one first.
I think Brock Purdy's just going to show why he's the man, and there was a reason Darnold was his backup, and I think he really shows it up in this game and pushes the Niners into a W.
Yeah. I kind of forgot about that till you said that he was his backup. Or I mean, that's pretty incredible. But yeah, it'll be fun though, man. I don't know. I got my money on CMC. I think him and Jawan probably. He
Yeah.
just come up so clutch for you guys. I mean, third and Jawan, and I don't know. It seems like he's his favorite receiver. Like I know Kittle will be there. I don't know how banged up he'll be, so that'll be kind of interesting to see. But I think Jawan will be the guy.
And Gruden is not going to be happy we're going with the rivalry uniform. So the all black. It's going to be a really random uniform tonight. But I actually like the way they look. They look pretty dope.
I'm not a big fan of all the black uniforms. To me, what teams wear it the best, Casey?
Cardinals.
You like the Cardinals? See, I'm not sure if I like the. I think the Ravens wear it the absolute.
Well, the Raiders obviously.
Not the Raiders. Ravens. Ravens. Because the Raiders don't even go all black.
Oh, all black. Yeah, in the leggings. Yeah.
I think there's going to be like red and gold in the middle where the numbers are.
Yeah, no, that's what I would say with it. And I would say the other one is the Jaguars. I like the Jags. They go all black as well. There was the Colts tried one I saw this year. There's another team too that tried it as well. I forget who it was that also did it. So they do. I feel like what's the other? The Eagles. They go all black too once in a while. Theirs is okay as well. So,
yeah.
What do you make of the early game case Panthers? Or we'll get back to the Seahawks there too. But what do you make, Panthers or Bucks?
This is the game of the year.
This
is the big game. I mean, it's gonna be. The Panthers have been so weird this year, man. Bryce Young, I'm just a big fan of him. Ever since they got Rico Dowdle involved, it's just a two-headed monster in the backfield. Chuba Hubbard, and I mean their defense is solid. Baker and the Bucks have just been on such a downfall, but they can put all that bad, I don't know, juju, voodoo, whatever you want to call it, just in the past if they make it, because winner, this gets you in the playoffs, winner go home game, literally. So,
yeah.
This is different than the Seahawks Niners because they'll both make the playoffs. This one is whoever wins is in and whoever loses is out. So, and you get home field advantage in the playoffs because you're going to win your division. So that's going to be, I think it'd be huge for Carolina. I would like to see them win. Has nothing to do with like the people in the past. I just think they have a really cool team. Like Dave Canales, I think he's done a great job. And I like McMillan. I just like their team and their swagger. They kind of like, I was on them from the beginning of the year because I really thought Bryce Young would be comeback player of the year, and probably hasn't exceeded to that expectation, but he's definitely had some games and moments in games where you're like, you definitely see why he was chosen as a top quarterback. The talent's there. We'll see. Buccaneers, man, they got all the talent too. They just, for some reason, they haven't been able to figure it out for the last like half of the year. So it'll be, I don't know. It could be a barn burner. Or it could be a shootout. I have really, honestly, I have no feeler for this game.
I taken the Panthers. I think the Bucks they just seem like it's going to be a slow death, Brian.
Yeah, you're right. They just, I don't know. It's like their pass defense is really bad, so they're giving up a bunch of big plays there. And I don't know. I'm going to shout out my uncle Jimmy Chuck, and hopefully, living in North Carolina, hopefully the Carolina Panthers get it done for him today.
Panthers Niners, first round. Are we going to be a little nervous there? Are we going to have a little rivalry with that? Casey and Brian going at it. Is that what we
Pound
should
that
do?
drum. Pound that.
Come on, Steph Curry. Come on. We want that. And then you got Ravens and the Steelers tonight. Watson for them. And Lamar looks like he's in for the Ravens. So it looks like we'll have those guys at least in a take-all game as well. Who do you like in that one, Casey?
I'll go with the Ravens. I kind of want the Steelers to win just because I want to see Aaron Rodgers just make the playoffs if this is his last year. I'm not the biggest fan of Aaron Rodgers, don't get me wrong, and I actually do really like Lamar Jackson. I just think he's young enough and good enough to get back to numerous playoff chances, and I don't know. I really would just like to see Aaron Rodgers just slug it out, I guess. I don't know in the playoffs, but these games are always AFC North games are black and blue division for a reason. So it's going to be a slobber knocker. I don't think it's going to be anything pretty to watch, but I think the Ravens will pull it out.
A slobber knocker. Wow. We don't see that one. We're going deep into that. What do you think, Brian?
Yeah, I'm actually going to go the opposite. I think the Steelers are going to win. I just think Lamar Jackson's just been too banged up all year. It just seems like I think the Steelers are going to, they kind of have their number lately. I just feel like the Steelers are going to beat the Ravens and win the division.
Man.
This is a winner go home too.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how it's set up. That's a Sunday night one. And then we got a lot of irrelevant kind of games during the day a little bit. Hey, Brian, jump back on. You're going underwater on me in a sec. So, yeah, as they jump back on there here in just a second. Yeah, that Steelers Ravens game to me is just so intriguing in terms of, the coaches. They seem like they're on the hot seat. Tomlin with the Steelers really let him go after all these years. Same thing, Harbaugh as well, when they let him go after all these years. So just a lot on the line with that Steelers-Ravens game, and be interesting to see where both franchises, the team that loses that Steelers-Ravens game, will be interesting where what direction they take their franchise, or do they do what they usually do, which is stay the course. So it'll be very interesting at this point in both the coaches' careers, where they go, those two teams. So I'm kind of interested on that. And then to kind of circle back to your Niners Seahawks here with it, Kittle's back, right? He's fully back. That's what I saw. Yeah. So
and it looks like Pure Soul's going to play too, but the only one that's up in the air is Trent Williams.
Trent Williams there with it. Brandon asked me last night when I did a show with him. He said, "Who's the most dangerous wild card team if it ended today?" And I kind of said the obvious one, which is probably whoever the NFC West teams are.
Yeah.
but outside of the NFC West teams, Niners, Seahawks, and Rams, which other one would you say could make a run?
I don't know.
Bills at 7, got Jaguars, or Jaguars aren't. You got the Chargers, and then you have the Texans possibly there as a wild card team. And then the NFC, you obviously have Green Bay set up in there as well. And then your
they beat division.
The Eagles.
Yeah. You mean in the wild card round that have to go through it? Not just wild card team, but whoever's playing on wild card weekend.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. I would probably say Houston. I would like to say Carolina, but I just don't think they're that for real. Houston, anytime you have a defense like that, I think you at least give yourself a chance.
Yeah, no doubt.
CJ Stroud's more than capable of having a great game. He's actually been playing pretty well, I would say, the last couple of weeks. I would definitely say Houston. I think D'Amico's a good coach, but you have that defense. And if you can turn the ball over and get stops, I think especially in the playoffs, possessions matter, right? Turnovers, they're huge. So I think Houston would probably be the most dangerous.
Yeah, that's kind of who I would lean towards as well because of the defense. Will Anderson's he's tough. Tyler or Brian, you go Chargers a little bit more, or where would you go?
I'm going to go kind of a surprising choice, but I think it'll be one of the most intriguing matchups of Wild Card Weekend would be the Packers versus the Bears, just because I feel like the Packers have more experience than the Bears in the playoffs, and if Jordan Love shows up with that offense, I feel like they can knock off anyone.
Well, that will be the interesting part for me if I take it the other 7-2 matchup in the AFC is that Bills Patriots one, right? Because you have May, you have quarterback, or you have Allen, who probably Allen, like I said last week, Allen's got to be excited about this matchup overall. Another big
feels like Denver's going to get the 1 seed because the Chargers are starting Trey Lance this weekend. So.
Well, come on, Brian. That's some confidence. That's some confidence.
Man, the Patriots lose, man. Mayday.
We're going down. We're going to. I guess the other big storyline is the Raiders ending up with that number 1 pick.
Hopefully, don't do that jinx stuff.
That's what I mean. Hopefully, that's the other storyline. Is will they end up with it?
The Chiefs will probably forfeit the game and be like, no, we're just going to take the L. You sons of.
Yeah, I'll take the loss. So the Chiefs end up, it's in a weird spot. As a franchise, you want, even if you want to have the number 1 pick. That's what you want. And your team's terrible. There's no point in getting the 4th pick or the 3rd pick, or what I mean. There's no, just nothing great about it, given your situation and how bad you've been, and the fan base needing somebody, even if it's Mendoza, who we'll have all summer and all that to talk about him. But the reality is they control their own destiny. It looks like they have could be a guy that's a top tier, not the best, I believe, but a top tier quarterback that could be a multi-time Pro Bowler. We'll see. They just need to get back to relevance again a little bit, and hopefully it's just a lot on the line, because if they don't get it, it just would feel like a lost season to the nth degree, right? I don't know. I feel like it's a weird spot as a fan base to be in too.
No, I mean, that's how we're watching the playoff game over at the house, all 3 of us and my dad. And every time Mendoza would make a play, he's like, let's go Raiders. Let's go Raiders.
Big play.
It's like, this is the future. I mean, we haven't had anything like to hope for a quarterback. I mean, Jamarcus was the highest of highest quarterback that was supposed to be, generational talent. It's just Derek Carr was a first rounder, but it didn't have that. Excuse me. But it didn't have that same vibe, right? Like where it's like a top pick and
like top guy coming in, like
yeah. Like, it's just like every Cam Ward, like he's the number 1. Like it's exciting, but it's like, you have to, I mean, you hope it will be exciting, but it gives you hope, I guess, is what what we hope as Raider fans.
And then we just don't want them to see him play and go like, no.
Yeah. Against the Jags last year was just win that game and then end up getting knocked to just the 5th pick or something.
That's what I mean. Like, even last year, I mean, we did end up with a solid running back, but they could have had the 3rd pick if they would have just lost out. And then the year before that, they fired their coach, and Antonio Pierce is like, let's go. And then they end up winning unnecessary games there. They just drop out, and then they don't. Again, they don't pick well. But they ended up with Bowers.
The only thing we did that prior season was motivate the Chiefs to go win a Super Bowl, or at least get there. They're like, we lost to the Raiders. We're not losing again.
It's funny that the Raiders win versus the Patriots and the Titans. Those are their 2 wins this year. So just one of the worst seasons. So to me, that's the other big storyline kind of headed into the week, is who ends up with that number one pick. Russell 50-yard line throws to the end zone from his knees in practice. They were impressive. Too bad it. Maybe that was the key. He should have just rolled out a little right, planted that right knee down, and then we're going deep to Darius Hayward Bay. Oh man, so what was it? Him? He was the last first round. The Raiders have only drafted 4 guys ever in the first round at quarterback position. Russell was obviously the last in 2007, and then I think I told you guys that. What was that quarterback from USC? I always forget his name.
We call him Marijuana.
Yeah, he was it. And I feel like I saw Mark Wilson was the other Raiders. Exactly.
Mr. Wilson.
I think he was a 90s guy. But I also deep dove into the Raiders draft history like I've done a few times. And man, it was just the last 30. I mean, I think they've only had 10 Pro Bowlers, and I think 5 of the seasons.
What do you think?
Khalil Mack.
If you did a comp, Darren, from I don't know the years, but if you could take them, the Warriors and Raiders from a certain time period, I don't know, man. That's tough. I mean, I don't know who did it worse. I mean, because the Warriors had top picks.
I would probably say the Warriors did it. Oh man, no, I think this Raiders run outtakes it. These last 10 years, the Raiders have really dug it deep, and they've decided to suck on it. We're gonna outdo the Raiders on that one. We're not gonna go. We're gonna go even farther than that. So anyways, that's the other storyline for me on that right of it. Brian, anything other NFL for you sticking out?
There's just going to be scenario stuff on Sunday, but other than that, it's like the 3 games we were talking about really mean the most.
Yeah, there's always these little. They have a ton of late games.
Yeah,
which is kind of be like I'm kind of in my head. I'm always like, why are they doing that now? Like maybe it'd be nice if they. I mean, I get it. Like maybe they're trying to set up the Sunday night game, but I'm not saying we need 7 games, but it'd be nice if there was always consistently 4 or 5 afternoon games. But I guess when you take teams to London and do all that garbage, you lose a couple games throughout the week. So
the last week of the season, they had a Saturday game. Usually, it would be like all the games are on Sunday.
Yeah, and then they would sometimes have a Saturday game. You're right; they would have like 1 or 2 like the last 2 weeks of the season. That's how they would do that. You're right. So, yeah, that's the other storyline. Anything for you, Casey, before we wrap up the NFL here?
Nah, just an exciting time to be a sports fan, football fan especially. You got the college football playoffs coming up, and then
The
NFL postseason, man. It's the best of the best right now. So get all the crappy teams out. We don't have to watch the Raiders anymore. We don't have to watch the Titans. You don't have to watch the Giants, the Jets. It's real teams that have real players and teams that want to win. So it's I love this time of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got Carolina winning. Now, if Tampa does win, remember that they still need New Orleans to win, right? Then I think that's what it is, because
if the Falcons win, then somehow the Panthers would still win the division.
I think it's tiebreaker within the division.
Yeah.
Should they be in at 8-9? That's always the argument.
So bad.
8-9. But the Seahawks did win a game. That's how you got beast mode on that one when he did that. So
that is an incredible run. He's just like, remember that stiff arm he gave to the Saints guy?
One of the best ever. That's for sure.
And told him to suck on D's at the end. Remember the crotch grab going into the end zone was the best.
Wouldn't it be funny if the Raiders I was just thinking this as we're talking about that first pick, they go Mario Williams. Like, I know Reggie Bush wasn't a quarterback, but like he was kind of looked upon as like the obvious number 1 pick, and then they took Mario Williams, like the Raiders defensive end out of Ohio State. And then you get Mark, and like on there, he's like, we believe in AOC. We believe in him. We believe in we believe in Gino.
After watching the Ole Miss game, we're probably going to take the kicker in the first round. This guy's the winner.
Well, if we're going to take him, we'll take Carson Beck in the second round. We're going to build around. We're going to do that. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's a little NFL action there. What's the worst game of the week? Browns. You got Browns versus the Bengals.
That's right.
Dolphins, Patriots. Yeah, I mean, I guess probably because May's not playing, probably, or is he? Are they going to keep him sharp? You got to keep him sharp over there.
Oh, the Rams were playing all their guys.
You got to play. I think you got to play. So we'll see what happens there. What's the other one? That's not Indianapolis, Houston, Dallas, New York. I guess that's.
Do you feel like for the teams that are out of it, like literally out of it, right? Like the Raiders, Dolphins, Jets, like they're not playing like guys, and maybe the Dolphins will play their guys, but like teams like the bottom 3 are not going to play like Bowers, everyone they can to not play.
Yeah.
Would you think it's kind of like would you want to go to the game?
No.
Okay. Do you think it's like more of like a glorified preseason game then, basically?
Yeah, stats count and stuff like that. Yeah.
If I had season tickets, I probably would go, I guess.
I probably would try to go or sell them.
But as I said, it suck because you're not going to see you're going to see like the third stringer, like Kenny Pickett's going to be in, like Bowers is out. Gentry might play a quarter, like it's like.
There's this great Seinfeld, and when they do, I was watching. So he has a great intro to one of his shows. He does the little comedy stuff at the early episodes before they go into the show, and he goes, they were talking about sports teams, and he goes, basically, you're just rooting for laundry. So basically, that's what you go to the game for. You say that's the silver and black. I don't know who that guy is, but keep up the good work. We're rooting for you there, buddy. We're going to keep it up. So Got that with the NFL this week. So a lot of big stuff. Niners, Seahawks. Brian will be nervous Nelly. That's what we should do. We should do, Brian. I wish you could do it during the show. We gotta get you like a little camera. You can. That's what I mean. I think there's some superstition going out there. We can't do it.
I guess other interesting news is Troy Aikman's going to be a consultant for who the Miami Dolphins choose for their next general manager role.
So that probably means McDaniel's out then, right? If you're hiring Aikman,
for his GM.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. If you're hiring Aikman to get a new GM, or do you think it's like we like McDaniel's, or I don't know.
Get the coach's input, but if you're hiring somebody from the outside, it's like, is McDaniel's going to be gone in the offseason?
I think he's gonna still be there.
That'll be interesting. If he does, he's kind of a lame duck coach, it feels like. Or he better, you know what I mean, with a new GM coming in. And then
he's probably going in there going, man, I did as much as I could with Tua. What do you guys want me to do? Like, I tried my best. I got,
I tried my best.
I tried. I got tired. We had the best offense in the league for a year, and then we can't throw any negative 2-yard screenplays anymore because everyone figured it out. So
I know I was on the show last week, but if I had to go with my most disappointing team this year, I would go with the Minnesota Vikings, just because they had such a good year last year and they didn't sign Darnold. They went with a rookie, and people were saying they were questioning the move because they're saying this is a win now roster. And I mean, they just had a disappointing season.
I agree.
Yeah.
I would say they're up there. It's definitely one of the more disappointing teams in the league. Let's try the Bengals a little bit to me. The Burrow one kind of throws that one for a loop, so it's kind of hard to be able to really go like, that was the main one. Trying to think of another one. The Chiefs, I guess, would be an obvious one a little bit too. As the season went on, I was a little bit more disappointed in the Cowboys. I know they kind of get that mantra of and they just lived up to the mantra again, 500 with some weird, you know what I mean? And they had a way better offense than like a lot of the teams that are even in the playoffs.
And when I was in my hotel room, I was watching NFL Live and leave it to ESPN to go talk about a defensive coordinator's comments about Micah Parsons. Like, we're really talking about this? Shouldn't we be talking about the playoff team?
Nobody cares about those Niners Seahawks. We care about. We want that team in Dallas. That's where we want them. Case, real quick before we get to winners and losers and New Year's goals. Little NBA, just real quick. The Warriors sit their whole roster basically last night in a prime game, and they play no Curry, no Butler, no Draymond, no Kuminga. Now Jimmy was sick apparently, and we had an ankle injury, so it is what it is. But they lose by 40 almost to the Thunder last night. Just continues to be the same song. 500 ball every week here. We're going to sit here. It's going to be 500 Warriors.
18 and 17, so they're one game up. Right?
Yes, let's go.
One game up. So, I
guess the news is I'm going to give my NBA fact of the week. Curry's pushing for a trade. So by next week, you guys are supposed to get AD somehow. Pull off a trade to get AD. So.
Man, I called this like 2 months ago. A month ago. He's a big man. I was like, you don't need to give up too much for him right now. He's like glass. I mean, he's going to break at some point. So
there's no way he would be. Could you imagine Curry, Butler, and Curry all making it through a playoff run?
I would be shocked. But
Draymond, I just don't see those four guys playing 90% of the playoff games if they were like hypothetically to go to a championship together, which obviously we'd have our concerns about. But just
the odds were Jimmy Butler, AD, and Steph make it through the playoff series, or does Draymond get suspended for a game? Which way are you going?
I think I go Draymond automatic. Draymond's getting suspended. And what was he? He had a dumb little thing he had said last. What was it about? Tyler was really annoyed by LeBron should be in the All-Star game. He went on his podcast and said LeBron should be in the for what he's done, longevity. And I was like, for me, that out of all the Draymond things, that one's not as big a deal to me. He's already proven he loves LeBron more than his own teammates, and so that one doesn't really bother me that much.
If you can sack tap a guy, you got to be pretty close to him. So.
Get suspended for that. Yeah,
their game's a joke, anyways, right? I mean, who cares? I mean, I get it for accolades and money and bonuses and it's real deal for those guys. Don't get
no doubt.
Don't get it twisted. It's not like a complete joke, But usually, if you have a guy in the year like that, a league that long, it kind of looked the other way. But I mean, they're trying the new format this year, so the world versus USA, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. There'll be something different, but if the players don't care, it won't matter, right? So.
500, Brian. Stay positive, though. They're going to the finals. I can feel it. Let's go. Me and Casey are going to try your.
They started out the year so good, man. I was all poised. Championship prediction is looking good.
He doesn't think they can compete with the Spurs and Thunder the next 2 seasons. Then Adam he said fire Kerr. So I guess Adam wants a new coach.
He's been anti-Kerr for a while. I guess Kerr's probably been his worst year, though, for sure. Him and Draymond have to leave the bench situation there and all that.
I don't know. They look slow, which they are. But I mean, every team.
They're done. They're done.
I mean,
they're toast.
You'll see flashes of Pajensky and Moody, right? Like flashes. I'm not saying anything brilliant, and then I'm like,
yeah.
Man, Klay Thompson made these guys really good. I have more and more appreciation for what Klay Thompson did, because they're missing that guy.
Yeah, but they were so deep too at that time. They have guys that could actually go to the bench and make their team better. They
can't make threes consistently though. They're not shooting over 40% from three, Darren.
No, I get that.
And they're not making clutch shots.
No, they suck.
They can't lock down anyone. Gary Payton's locking down guys, and he's not really locking. He's 6 inches smaller than most of the guys he's guarding. So.
No, he is. I get that. I get it. Hey, Brian, jump right back on. I want to finish up with. Yeah. Right. Just real quick, Case, before we get to the winners and losers here. What did you make of the college football playoffs? Not deep dive. Let's just kind of go quick. Ole Miss, that was a crazy game. I mean, could have 1 second last longer. That was actually my takeaway from the whole thing is the Ole Miss Georgia game. It's they had the over under to go 20 more minutes or something like that.
In a line I would have used for one of my girlfriends in the past. I'd be I'll make it last 1 second as long as that Ole Miss game.
Dude, that was the most ridiculous thing I ever saw to end a great game. I was just so insane. I was come on, man, don't just take a knee at that. Anyway, so that worked. They
talk about those guys getting overtime, pushing the big stage back and forth. It's they're getting ice on the field.
They had all the stuff come down. That was the best part. You're right. The stage that was on the field. All right, we're talking about the end of that Ole Miss Georgia game that lasted 25 minutes. But remember the end of it? It lasted 25 minutes, the last 1 second. And then you're right. That was so funny there because in 1975 that game was over right away. We're not doing anything. We're not really.
It's funny, man. I kind of forgot about that just because we're such into it with I would like to think we are sports fans, but Mom I think just had a brain fart. But she's the clock the onside. I don't think anyone realized the onside when the guy recovered it. They're oh, the game's over because the time. It's well, the time doesn't run because that was the craziest onside kick too I've ever seen. That thing just went
went 2 miles per hour,
serpentine all the way to the 10-yard line, and then I was man. What Mom was, she was there's 0 on the clock. I was well, it doesn't matter if the play's still going with 0 seconds. It's not like basketball. You know what I mean? If it's 0, you can keep doing laterals forever.
Yeah. But that last play where they had 50 laterals going at the end.
Yeah. Because the clock's at 0. The game should be over. I'm no, the game could still go. It's not like basketball.
Oh yeah, you see that with Hail Marys all the time, right? 1 second left. You say hi.
But that would be the worst lateral you could possibly do.
But they kept it going for a while. They kept it going.
Could you imagine if you lost a game like that?
Oh God, that'd be ridiculous.
Lane Kiffin would have just been doing.
I heard that's going to be a weird situation with that. All right, so real quick, let's go through it. Oregon versus Indiana. Who do you got, Brian?
I got. I'm going to go Indiana. I just think they have a more complete team than Oregon does. I think they beat them again.
And how about Ole Miss versus Miami?
I think the Hurricanes, they're going to the championship game and playing Indiana.
Michael Irvin getting the belt out. Getting the belt out. Are you getting the belt out by Michael Irvin? He's gonna get to the bleacher. Case, what do you got with it?
I'm going Hoosier Daddy. I got the Hoosiers.
Hoosier Daddy. All right.
Hoosier Daddy.
And then who else? Another one. Oregon.
I want to see
Ole Miss. How about Ole Miss? I think Ole Miss. Let's keep stick it to Lane. Stick it to Lane.
I do like what the player said afterward. I believe his last name's Harris. He's a deep nose tackle or defensive tackle. He's basically like he wants to shoot as the independent say up yours, but he shut it up.
A little bit more modest on that one.
He said is basically Lane was just trying to make it all about him, and he's like the players just ain't really having it. Like I said, man, like he tried to say that he talked to the players in the locker room, like they wanted to keep him, and then like when the players like that's BS, you know. I believe the players more than the coach, especially this guy. I mean, he's basically a known liar.
Yes, Al fired him for it. I believe
Al smelt that early, didn't he? He's like, this guy.
He's a rat. I don't like him. I like him. He's a rat. All right, so college football playoffs got that. Winners and losers for the week. Brian, what's the New Year's goal though? Before you do it, before you give me your winner, what do you want to go, winner or loser to start us out?
I'm gonna go winner. I'm gonna go with him.
Give me your New Year's goal first, and then your winner of the week.
Just to continue my progress in the gym. Just
the
to
gym
continue
progress. All right.
Go more and more, and I've actually lost 100 pounds in the last 2 years, so I just want to keep my progress going in the gym.
All right, Darren, let's get that message. Brian said it. Get the progress going in the gym. I gotta do it as well. All right, I hear you on that one.
Good for you, Brian. Good for
that's
you,
man. That's a good one.
Pounds, that's no joke, brother.
No joke at all.
That's
Give
like
me your
losing a human being. So you did.
I lost the Backstreet Boy.
Brian, give me your winner of the week. Try to top that.
The California Golden Bears are 13-2, and they're led by Mark Can't Dance Madsen, and they beat Notre Dame last night.
What a crazy game that was.
Yeah,
did you see the code? Here, let me get it up. Casey, did you see that?
Did he go after the referee, or is that?
Yeah, they're down like 3.
The Bears an opportunity to hit a 3. Here comes Ames.
And the whistle comes weird.
Leads his way, gets a shot off and hit it. Count it! A chance for 4.
So they end up tying it on that crazy 3-pointer that you were talking about.
The lead with the free throw.
Then he ends up making the free throw over here. And so they call a timeout. They run it down, and then at the end the guy he ends up losing it. Let me see if I can get it up. See if I can get it back up here. But the coach ends up going after the referee, right?
That's
the players
have to
hold back.
Yeah.
That's not good as a coach with the players. Oh, here it is. I got it up. Here's Brian. This is a good one. You brought it up. I'm glad you did. So here's after the game. Notre Dame misses the 3-pointer, and just what a rivalry, a Notre Dame Cal basketball game. You don't see that. What a rivalry game. But here's the ending of it. Watch the coach bottom left here try to go after that referee. It looks like. Go shake hands. No. Oh man, look at that cheerleader. She had to move, dodge out of the way, went right out. My gosh, they went right after it. So I'm sure he'll be maybe suspended. I didn't look yet.
I read the article this morning. He'll be basically, it was like the ACC. You know how we're embarrassed. You know those actions are. You know
we're embarrassed.
like You know how it goes. So he'll probably, I don't know. My guess, he'll get a fine or a game. I don't know the actual. They haven't said the actual, but you know how that goes. No comment right now. We'll figure it out in the next game. But
No, I got you on that one. All right, so
have you ever got like that, Darren, at WCA as a coach?
no, my gosh, you gotta be like, I'd be so embarrassed for myself if I got like that. For the game that doesn't matter like that much. My gosh, I'd be killing myself. All right, I got other issues if that's the case. I get mad. I definitely will get on the rest, but not like that. I'll attack them. My God, I do want to have a job at the end of the day. All right, so that's a good one. Case, give me your winner of the week. New Year's goal. Haircut?
Winner of the week, I will go with. I got a group of fellas. I got Brian, Tyler, Zave, all of us. We haven't hung out for a long time. I think it's really cool, man.
Papa's.
Keep in touch, man. I mean, shoot, we've all been friends. I mean, most of us, you guys been high school, me and Tyler since first grade. A lot of relationships and friendships don't last that long. You get pissed at each other. A lot of things happen in life, but das boot. But a lot of good memories, fellas, and it was a hell of a fun time. And then get your son Xavier in there, 10-year-old, and it was fun, man. Just a winner all the way around, man. I thought that was really cool. And then New Year's resolution. I got 100 push-ups to do apparently for the Raiders this year. So,
are we doing 50 this week or are we doing next week? I think next week we should do it.
Next week. So,
let's do it. You got to do your 100. Well,
I slept a little sore today.
So. Oh no, there's no soreness. No excuses. No excuses.
Fred Warner can come back. I got no excuses.
No, you can't. So we'll do that. That will be actually we'll do that. I'll make that the headline for next week. As we're starting the show, Casey will be doing the 100 push-ups as we're going there.
New Year's resolution, though, for real, though, coming back from an ACL tear and a meniscus tear, haven't been able to work for like almost over a year. So it's been hard mentally, physically. Had a lot of good people there for me when I needed them. Get a little emotional, but that stuff was really actually hard for me, man.
Well, it sucks when you're hurt. You can't do anything.
It sucks, man. You can't get out of bed. You can't. All you're doing is rehabbing, and it doesn't feel like you're getting better. And so that's the New Year's resolution: get back to work, brother.
Well, I know you said February was what you're trying there, so yeah.
Got about a month left. Yeah, so it's a long time, a year and a half. I get like Clay Thompson, all those, man. When I used to see ACL injuries in the pros, now I'm like, man. It's a long time. I know they got great medical and all that, but man, it's no joke, man. It's a mental hurdle along with physical. So
Kaiser's good. You are whoever it's set. Kaiser Permanente. No, I hear you. All right, that's a good one. No, when you get hurt, it's definitely a long journey there along the way. So my goal would is not to doom scroll as much. That's the goal on the phone. Not to when I'm there, you gotta stop. That's the goal for me. If I'm picking a small one, do not doom scroll is the goal for me this year.
What's that mean?
So if you're on your phone, right, you just sit there on YouTube or on your just looking at shorts or watching videos all the time, like that kind of stuff, and you're up for like longer than you should or something like that. So that's what I mean. Just kind of like looking through videos. So I want to try to stay off my phone a little bit more, try to build habits there with it. I got a few winners of the week. How about this hit? I don't know if you guys could see this. This running back though is really fast as well, and he's like burning it. Looks like he's gonna go all the way, and then just all of a sudden gets absolutely raked. Like right, I saw that. I was like, "Oh, that's a winner of the week hit. That's a winner of the week hit." I got absolutely destroyed. The kid ends up getting up, impressed with that. That effort that shows a lot of heart there with it, a lot of heart. I saw
Gunnar Stockton.
Gunnar, we got there. I saw Greg Papa's returning from a little from cancer. He's been in treatment for a while. Hasn't broadcast any games for the Niners this year. So I saw he's back doing some games this week. So I thought that was kind of cool as well. Then Brian, I saw the Hall of Fame finalists. I want to get into that a little bit next week. Who you guys want to take in that? I'll give you guys. If you get 3 guys, it's going to be tough. I'm only going to give you 3 votes. So I'll see what you guys take out of your first 3 guys in this list, or maybe 5. I might go 5. I'm in a nice mood. So I go there. Winner of the week as well, Brian. I wanted to shout out the Angels finally figuring out how to release Anthony Rendon after they got the buyout. Maybe the worst contract the Angels have ever given out. He played 6 seasons for them, and he hit 22 homers. It's remarkable how bad he got from after he was so good with the Nationals. So nothing there with it as well. And then we'll go old school winner of the week video. Raiders, Chiefs. Brian, you remember this on a Thursday night? Derek Carr to Michael Crabtree.
Everyone's one-on-one now. You can throw to anybody on this play. He's one-on-one up top right here.
One more time to decide it. Carr on the run. Yes! Catch for the touchdown! Crabtree turns on Mitchell.
That's what a win felt like.
That's so crazy. There was like 3 flags with no time left.
Oh yeah, that was the one that went forever. Yes, I do remember that. Now that you say that, there was like flags on every play at that point. So yeah, I got a couple winners there with it. Brian, what's your loser of the week?
I'm gonna go. I got a couple. I got Texas Tech, just offense not showing up in the Orange Bowl, and then my other loser of the week is a couple of Patriots players with domestic issues going into the playoffs. That's probably something you don't want to be dealing with at this time.
One of them was Stephon Diggs, right?
Yeah, and then the other one was like a defensive player where he like threw his girlfriend on the ground or something. So
Diggs was going to be one of my losers of the week. Remember this video I played for you guys about? It had to be probably close to a year ago, maybe even longer. But he was on the Vikings, and it's a locker room thing. Maybe you guys will see it, but here it is. It's about a minute long, but it's as good as it gets.
Davin, what guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
What the hell?
Stephon Diggs. Diggs is the guy.
At least I should date my sister Diggs. 100%.
Why Diggs?
Man, no.
He's crazy.
He's not a guy that you want to bring home to your parents.
He talks a lot,
Outrageous. Don't know what he's gonna say.
and I don't like him.
We're going to leave it like that. No.
Just don't know what to expect every day.
It's like you don't want your sister to bring him home to your parents, so therefore she can't date him.
You can date my sister. What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister? And I might add, you're starting to be the runaway favorite for this.
But nobody want me to date this. I'm a great guy. I'm actually a great guy.
There's actually
that video to me is one of my favorite ones. It's like he keeps getting in trouble. Casey keeps getting in trouble.
It's not a good sign. You don't want that reputation.
I know. And I love how they said it so quickly, right? It was like,
yeah,
it was like,
there wasn't a lot of hesitation in that.
It's like, that's Diggs. I like the first guy. He's like, no, not happening at all. Not gonna happen at all. Yeah, that was funny as well. So, Brian, that's a good loser of the week. Casey, who do you got for loser of the week?
Right now, shoots. I'm gonna be positive. I'm gonna say no losers this week, man. We're all good. We all gravy train. We're gonna start off the new year with no losers. Let them figure it out. So I'm gonna be a clean slate. I'm gonna go no losers this week. So
that's a good one. I like it. We should add winner of the week to obviously Mother. Happy birthday to her. Brian went over there the other day as well. So happy birthday to one of our best listeners of the podcast here. So appreciate Mom always tuning in on there with it. So I got some good videos as well here for flashback too that I want to get to these guys before we get out of here. Brian, my loser of the week, Jokic goes down with an injury. You took my thing with Diggs. I just thought that was so great. It couldn't have done it any worse. And then SGA, I don't know if I know they killed the Warriors and it didn't matter, but there was a couple floppy things yesterday where I don't know, like he gets called for the foul. That is bad reffing, but then there's a couple other plays with him. So I know Tyler kind of defended some of his stuff with him, and I understand that he's a great player, but he's kind of getting into that Kyrie Lowry, Paul era of flopping for me, where it's like, my God, James, you know what I mean? Like, can we do something a little different there along the way with it? All right, flashback video. Brian, you're going over to your parents. Let's bring out a Tim Couch One of his greatest wins. A Hail Mary. Look at Mom. 2 seconds left on the clock. 2 seconds left right there.
2 seconds. Here's a blitz. Couch. Long high ball. Lots of guys going for it. Fight in the end zone. It's tied by the Browns. The Cleveland Browns have won the game on a 56-yard.
Yes, look at the Cleveland Browns run across the football field. This game is good.
Did we see what we saw? The most popular game in America, and the legends are built on plays like that.
The legend. The legend. There he is, Johnson. The legend with it. Brian, I got one more. I know your systems there going down, but I want to get one more flashback. I've had you there. It was good having you in town, though, my friend.
Yes, it was. It was good seeing you guys and getting together.
Yeah, no, drive safe tomorrow. All that good stuff with it. I know, like Casey said, I kind of echo the same sentiments. It's good to have you. Good to have you back in town, my friend. We go back quite a ways. Tim Duncan, Jersey, on the bike, making his way over there with it. So it's good seeing you in town with it. Let me get this last video I have up there that I want to get for flashback video of the week. Casey, it's kind of reminded of maybe me and you playing in the backyard a little bit. This is Brent Berry and John Berry play a little basketball in the pros, though.
How about the Kings and the Sonics? Brotherly love here. John Berry, the steal. Here comes his brother Brent. That's the way we used to do it in the driveway. Flagrant foul on Brent Berry.
So we had to get a little up there before we called it New Year. Some traditions never end. So Brian, drive safe out there. Tyler, we'll see you next week, hopefully for it. I'll see you guys then. Go Niners! See ya. Peace. Come on, Raiders.